Happy Friday! All right, mate. You're still in the same clothes from yesterday, mate.
I've taken the out off and everything.
Right, okay.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They ain't got a clue.
We're
live. Oh no, we're not.
We're live.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mate, this is the welcome to the preview of AFC Bournemouth's trip to Luton Town, which is tomorrow at the god-awful 12:30 Sky TV time. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but it was one I was really looking forward to at the start of the season. I really wanted it to be a 3 o'clocker, so you can spend a bit more time there, and I like the stadium and stuff, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, a little bit of a shame it's 12:30, but people get to watch on the telly, so that'll be alright.
If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button and also click the thumbs up as well. If you haven't seen it already, yesterday we put out a video which had the player ratings tier list of everyone so far, basically 2021 this season. But we start 2022 in the league. It's without Jordan Zamora. We were going to have him for the Peterborough game, but now he's gone to Zimbabwe, so he's a big loss, and we don't know whether the newbies will start. We'll get to the Parker Presser news with Morgan shortly, but we really need to keep up this momentum of 2 wins in a row, don't we?
Yeah, we look like we've kind of turned that corner. We had that blip, Cherry blipness and all that, but we've turned the corner. The QPR game was massive, and we followed it up with a real convincing win against Cardiff. Shame whatever Durham says, it was a shame the Peterborough game went on, because I thought
Durham.
I mean, it would have been, I can't say we were too fearful of Peterborough at home, so yeah, that would have been one we could have kicked on. But yeah, we followed it up with a good cup win, and the squad's shown that a lot of them have kind of said, look, I'm here if you need me as well. Good few additions, whether they'll be available or not. We look relatively fit and healthy now, and yeah, it's a tricky game, but it's one I wouldn't take a draw.
Yeah.
I feel we can go there and win, but the home game, I thought we were a little bit fortunate at times. They missed some big chances there, and they're no mugs, Luton.
Yeah, so let's look back at that home game versus the Hatters early this season, and like you say, how did they miss that early chance? Oh, well done, Tom. Oh my God. I think I've just seen miss of my life. Harry Cornick just squared it, and somehow the ball was blazed over from 2 yards out. I think it went from one foot onto the other, but oh my God, that's unbelievable. Shit! Oh my God, what are we doing? You know what, we always have an early spell that's bad. This is where we score, right? Oh my God! We fucking got to score! Oh my God, own goal. Is that an own goal? Shit, open goal. He should have done better with that. Oh my God, he had so much space, so much time to put it low and on goal, and he put it high and away from goal. So yeah, 2-1 was the final score, mate, and it felt like we were hanging on a little bit.
A little bit. I remember, like you say, them early chances, and I can't remember his name, the centre forward. He missed one the second. He could have got a hat-trick, and he has scored a few goals. You got Harry Cornick, that I'm sure we'll discuss. That will be a bit of a threat for him, have something to prove, come through our ranks. But yeah, I remember thinking they're a good organised outfit that are not quite ready to push them playoffs yet, but they're in no danger down the other end, and it's a potential banana skinny type game that I think a lot of teams will go to Luton and think a point's not bad. So we'll have to be on it to win. But I think if we are on it, then we hopefully will have a bit too much quality.
Now, after our last league match against Cardiff, the cushion we had at the top of the league was quite nice. And then we see Fulham. Oh, tricky match against Reading. Not so.
Unbelievable. Then they 7-0. What did they beat? Didn't they win at Blackburn?
7. Yeah, that was by 7, I think.
And I think I saw a stat. I might get it wrong, but something like there's been more. Fulham have won more away games by 7, by scoring 7 goals than in Premier League history. Which is just crazy. I mean, they've got that in them. They've got that in their locker, Fulham, with the quality they've got. Harry Wilson, they could do it at this level. Mitrovic, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't what I thought Reading. I didn't fancy Reading to help us out, but yeah, that was a bit of a shame. But it's only 3 points. It's like I say, it can always come to goal difference, but they're well ahead anyway. So yeah, maybe we're both turning the corner at the same time. We're both kind of hoping that Blackburn starts slipping. But they won very convincingly, and I think it's still a case of if you finish above Fulham, you win in the league. Yeah, I do think that.
So then, let's start then, and it's always good to see what Scott Parker's got to say, So yeah, it's time for Parker's Presser, and once again, with the news, let's go to Morgan Scott. Come on, Morgie.
So Scott Parker updated the media team from AFCB TV about his squad. So with 10 changes for our 3-1 win at Luton Town, and then the previous fixture against Peterborough Town being called off, the head coach updated the media saying, injury-wise, I think we're okay, he begins. We are where we have been over the last 10 days or 2 weeks in terms of personal and individual. James Hill has been on the grass, our new signing, and also Ethan Laird as well. It's probably a bit early for them both at this precedent moment in time, he said. Adam Smith, been out for several weeks now, as we're aware, is progressing in the right way and definitely pushing on, but it will be a few weeks before we see him back. So, not great, but we have got Jack Stacey obviously to provide cover, and he's a much more attacking wide. Smith, he's probably better in the defensive third. And elsewhere, Junior won't be fit either. Now, Chris Temple said on Twitter that Junior Spencer will be out for 12 weeks with what's like a hamstring recurrence problem. I think on the players' rate tier list last night, you could see that as the boys were saying that. Is it sensible to bring him on against Cardiff and get him injured and stuff like that? You know, we've got to be thinking he could be a huge player for us this season. Anyway, that is what Scott Parker had to say when he spoke to the media team. See you soon.
There we go then, Morgan Scott with the news from Scott Parker's Presser, which was on Thursday afternoon, and it seems like it's going to be slightly too early for the new boys to come in. I thought James Hill's not played since November, but I thought Ethan Laird might be one to challenge Jack Stacey, but not so. So maybe that makes it easy for us to predict the back four. We'll decide later, but shame we won't get to see the newbies by the looks of it anyway.
Yeah, I think James Hill, like you say, seems to be because he's had a few knocks and things. Ethan Laird, I think people sometimes think players can just come in and play, whereas I think if you've got sometimes you have to be forced into it, but if you've still got Jack Stacey, and I think maybe it's a case of I just want to get a few more training sessions into him. You know, we don't need to rush him in. Stacey's had time off against Yeovil as well, and then the postponed game, so Stacey should be fresh. Wouldn't be surprised if Laird's maybe on the bench, but yeah, I didn't expect either of them to start anyway. But I think it sounds like Laird will be pushing soon, but maybe this one might be a little bit too soon for him. But it sounds like you never know. There's always a few surprises, especially where you've got to keep COVID close to your chest. But literally close to your chest. But yeah, sounds like we got a decent, fit and healthy squad. And like I say, they had the time off against Yeovil, most of them, and with the Peterborough game as well, they should be fresh.
Yeah. Okay. So It's time to take a look at our opposition. So this is going to be Luton Town's first match in the Championship since their home draw with Fulham on the 11th of December. They had 2 away games against Swansea City and Coventry, but those were postponed due to COVID. And look, this is also where Luton Town welcome back their assistant manager stroke chief recruitment officer Mick Hartford back into the dugout for their recent match. He'd been away from the club since July due to receive treatment for prostate cancer. According to a report on their club website, fans have sung his name at games since he's been away, like our fans have for David Brooks. So best of luck to the pair, of course, David Brooks, and also to Mick Hartford for the future. And look, I'm sure we'll join them if we hear his name sung. And look, there is a bit of solidarity with Luton anyway, because we all like Watford, don't we?
yeah, we're not fans of Watford, are we? I don't mind them. To be fair, Watford, I've gone off them, but I've gone off hating them as much now. We're in separate leagues. I don't mind their channel and things like that. They're all right. Some of them are all right, some of the fans. But yeah, we still Kingy's there, and I don't mind Goz. So, but they certainly don't like them. We could be in harmony with a few tunes maybe, but I've always quite liked Luton. I don't know, it feels like they're quite a nice club. I was going to say little club, but I'll get us in trouble.
Teams like Luton,
yeah, exactly. But no, they're a good side, and I'm looking forward to it. And like you mentioned there, last game, home draw with Fulham.
Yeah,
they ain't no mugs, mate.
I think it was Pete North who said these little teams.
Never say that. You're going to get crucified.
As soon as he said that, they were right on it. But since their defeat in the game at Dean Court, manager Nathan Jones, who is in charge at Kenilworth Road, they had their highest win of the season actually, beating Coventry 5-0 at home. Other wins since then have been 1-0 against Hull City, also a 3-1 against Middlesbrough. They've also drawn 0-0 with Huddersfield Town, and as we said, that 1-1 against Fulham. But at Kenilworth Road, how have we done against them? AFC Bournemouth have won 7, drawn 7 and lost 14. The last time we played them at Kenilworth Road was a 0-0 draw.
I can't remember it.
I can. It was one behind closed doors, and they won in the corresponding fixture at Dean Court, but it was one that was in December.
Was it Tyndall? Yeah, it was Tyndall.
It was Tyndall, yeah, and it was it was a dull one.
Yeah.
It was a dull one, I've got to say. One where we didn't create too many chances, but it's one where we really want to keep this momentum. I say 2 wins in a row. If you include that Yeovil match, it is 3 wins in a row. And look, there are maybe 1 or 2, or maybe 1 player that could be knocking on the door that obviously scored a hat-trick in that game, perhaps.
Can't do any more, Emmy. Can't do any more. It'll be interesting to see. It probably will depend on the situation with Billing. I think if Billing's 30 plays, and would he be brave enough away from home to play them both? Probably not. I think if Billing's one of the players that's potentially had COVID or not been 100% fit, it might be a game where he starts with Emmy and he brings Billing on if he needs be. I'm not sure, but Emmy's done all he can, put it that way, and I probably expect him to be on the bench. But the good thing is with a in form off the one game Emmy is if we do need a goal, he'll probably be called upon. So I expect him to maybe come off the bench, but I'm not sure whether he'll start, to be honest, even though I wouldn't be against it, because hat-trick, what more can you do?
No, exactly.
But yeah, good options, good problems to have.
Playing Yeovil last week, even the Yeovil goals were being scored by players with an ex-AFC Bournemouth connection. One of the Luton Town players to look out for also has got an ex-AFC Bournemouth connection, eh?
Harry Cornick.
He played for Bournemouth, of course.
Yeah, and I mean, I tell you what, I credit to him, because I think there's a lot of players around that kind of era, them young players didn't really play for Bournemouth, they're through the academy and stuff, and you always thought, they'll probably do all right in the lower leagues. We saw that with Yeovil, Joe Quigley, Matty Worthington. Cornick scoring goals in the Championship, and
he's got a calf injury at the moment, I think.
Yeah,
so
he's been out.
Probably going to be out. Yeah,
but he's regardless, I think he deserves a lot of credit. He's a player that's I never thought would be like a goal scorer in the Championship. Fair play to him, and I'm pleased to see him doing well. And like I say, weirdly, I never thought I'd see it, but I'm be quite pleased if he's out, because I think he's a bit of a threat. So sounds like he might be, and they've got another player away at AFCON, haven't they?
Musquay's out. Yeah,
I think he was one that was at Wickham. Off the top of my head, I might have got that wrong. I feel like they'd signed him from Wickham, and he was handy. So that could play into it as well. Obviously, we've got no Zamora because of the same reason, but a couple of big players out for him, which might help us.
And they got a striker that scored a fair few goals, 10 goals this season.
What's his name?
It's Elijah Adebayo, and half of those have been with his head. So he's going to be a player to watch. He
was the one that missed the sitters, wasn't he?
It was, yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of, and he looked like one. I always say it, if you play a game and you miss 2 or 3 big chances, and you think, God, he ain't very, but it means he's getting in the positions, so he's obviously a threat, and it doesn't surprise me he's got into double figures. So he'll be a handful. But
I'm sure that others have said that about Dom this season.
Exactly,
Dom's missed maybe sitters that he should have scored.
Yeah, exactly, and we know firsthand from that home game that, you know, he's one to be wary of, because he probably won't miss them again. So we've had enough of a warning, so we need to keep him quiet, definitely.
And Kenilworth Road is a stadium, mate. I mean,
unique.
This is great. This is what I love about the Championship, actually, because you've got that such variety in the stadiums that you can go to. You can go to big bowl stadiums like Reading or whatever, 32,000 or whatever, Middlesbrough. And then
Cauldron, like Dean Court.
Yeah, Cauldron. And then you go into Kenilworth Road, high 10s, I think it's 10,700-ish. And Kenilworth Road, obviously they're going to be playing at Power Court from maybe 2023 onwards, and maybe slightly delayed, not too sure. But I mean, they need a new facility because it's old, it's antiquated, but it's brilliant at the same time.
Yeah, one I'm really looking forward to. Yeah,
I love it. It just reminds me of all the League 2, League 1 days.
Yeah, and it's just got a bit of character about it. I do quite like it, and I wonder if that's why I've maybe got a little bit of a soft spot for them. I always kind of want to do well. I just thinking in my head that I think it's also to do with the points deduction.
I was about to say that, exactly. You read my mind.
Yeah, they got that points deduction the same season as us. They actually got 30, didn't they? They were just absolutely battered. So it's really pleased to see them in the Championship. And Rotherham were with us last year, weren't they? So
they're a biggish side.
Yeah,
and you certainly like an area that deserves Championship football. Whether they'll be, looking in long term once they got their new stadium to push for Premier League, who knows? But they're a team that, based on how. I mean, it's been awful for them in the past, hasn't it? It really has. And they've turned a corner now.
And they can look at teams like ourselves, who obviously had a flirt with the Premier League and are trying to do it again. And they haven't overspent. They've got a decent squad there. Like I say, they're probably not ready yet, but they're not flirting with relegation.
And also the manager seems to be one of these, because he went to Stoke for a bit, did awful there, but he
just wasn't the right fit, was it?
Who knows? It could be like Eddie.
I was just about to say.
You don't know. Managers have certain fits for certain clubs, and he seems to be doing very well there, Nathan Jones.
He was actually linked with us when we had Woodgate, wasn't he? He was one of the links. But he's someone I quite like, and I just think they're the type of team that it'd be interesting next year. I think if they just mid-table this season, and then if a few additions, I wouldn't be surprised if they were knocking on the playoff door next season. I'd be pleased if they were. But yeah, really looking forward to going to that ground, mate. Last time, I'm pretty sure it was the last time I went there. And it got called off during the game. It was snowing.
Oh my god!
I think it was a cup game, and we were losing. And it got called off because there was snow, we were losing at the time, so I was happy to call it off. To be fair, but yeah, I do like going there, mate. So really looking forward to it.
It's a great. I mean, shame it's a 12:30 kick-off, but look, if you get the chance, go onto Google Maps, right, to type in Kenilworth Road, and then at the bottom right hand side you've got that little kind of man emoji that you can drag onto the street and do street view, and just have a look around and look how antiquated it is. In fact, I'll show you some pictures now. You can see here how old school it is, but at the same time it's brilliant. Now away fans have to go through down Oak Road, and you've got a row of terraced houses. Then all of a sudden there's an entrance, and you walk through, you're basically overlooking back gardens to get in, and then you're in the back of the stand to get a beer. I think you have to go to the left hand side. It's a weird old place, but once you're in there, you've got that row of beach huts or whatever it is on the kind of greenhouses on the left hand side. It's so weird but so beautiful at the same time. It's one of these that if you're a Luton fan, make the most of it, because you in 10 years time will be thinking those were the good old days. Enjoy every minute now. And I kind of miss the old Dean Court in many ways.
I know what you mean. Yeah. It's one of them that Luton fans should enjoy, because it's got it's unique, it's got a bit of character about it, and I think it's one that most fans enjoy going to. I'm going there. I still ain't got a clue where Luton is. Yeah. Some people go, "Oh, you go to London?" No, I'm going to Luton. Is that London? I don't think it is London. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but I just go there. I know it's not too far. I was looking at our away games coming forward, mate. It's probably our nearest one. We've got some trips, but really looking forward to this one. Like you say, it's a stadium they should enjoy, because it is a good one. It's one that I think most look forward to.
Right, time for pubs and predictions. Let's do it. So then, pubs. Let's talk pubs. It's a 12:30, annoyingly. However, there are a few away pubs, right? You've got the White House. You can see a map on screen now. That's in Bridge Street. The Bricklayers Arms is a dedicated away fans pub as well. That's near the Central Luton. That's where probably we'll be going, near to the station. That's on Hightown Road. Also, you've got the Beach Hill Conservative Club. That's a little bit of a way out. That's in LU4. That's in Leagrave Road as well. But all of them say they're good with away fans. We're going to make our own inquiries with regards to which pubs are open. Look, only probably a chance for a couple of pints before the game, annoyingly.
I'm sure we'll make it work.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll make it work. This is where I come into my own. Right, let's talk about the pubs. But I like the sound of something of a Bricklayer. It sounds like a proper pub, doesn't it?
It does.
But yeah, we'll hopefully get a couple of swift ones in and see some fans before the early kick-off. Hopefully.
Yeah, right. Predictions. What are you going for? Of course, this isn't a live show anymore, so Morgan and Tom, I can't be reading out what you're thinking, but we're going to be reading every single comment on this video. So firstly, what you can do is give us a thumbs up. That's the first thing you do, and then put your comment, and then have a guess of the score. And why not mix it up as well by going for first scorer as well? I'm not putting a mug on it, or maybe I am. I don't know. I could put a mug on. I don't know.
Give him a mug.
Maybe. Just put your predictions down, and we'll give ours as well at the same time. Right, I'll go. I'll go first. I think we're going to do it 2-0, mate.
You're going 2-0?
Yeah, I think we're going to go 2-0. I think Dom Solanke's going to be on the score sheet, and I've got a cheeky feeling that Jefferson Lerma's going to be.
Oh, hello. It's going to be a great away day, this is.
What are you going for?
I'm going to go for the same as QPR, same as Stoke. 1-0 Dominic Solanke. I think it's one of them away games. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a real tricky one that ends up in a draw. I hope it doesn't go the way of a whole Peterborough kind of game, but I'm going to go for one of them. We've had a few of them, like I say, Stoke and QPR, where Dom just shows his quality and we nick it 1-0, and that's what I'm going for. But it's not going to be an easy game, and I think if we go there and win, and you go our last 2 away games, 2 wins against QPR and Luton with clean sheets would be massive, mate. It'd be a big statement. So, yeah, I think we're going to nick it. But I'd rather yours, Jeff Lerma.
Yeah, love it. Right, Tom, should we pick our team?
Yeah, go on then.
Right then, on screen then you can see the Chosen 11 website, and we're going to go through from start to finish now. I expect the formation will probably be the same. So Tom, I mean, we got a goalie here. Whilst Nyland has impressed, I think that it's going to be Travs, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm being I hope it's Travs. Yeah, let's go for Travs, or I'll put Neil Moss in if you want instead of Nyland. Mark Travers should be fine.
If Scott Parker's words are anything to be believed, we won't be seeing Ethan Laird tomorrow or James Hill. James Hill we sort of expected not to be seeing. So that indicates that Jack Stacey's probably going to be in.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I probably thought he would anyway, because when he got rested at Yeovil, I thought, okay, he's in. Because we played Mariah Welsh there, who's not even a right back, just to rest him, in my opinion. So, yeah, Stacey will be at right back. I think the centre-half pairing, it feels so harsh. I just want to play Meps. He was brilliant again, but it's going to be Kerr and Kelly for me. Got to be.
But then, okay, Meps can play on the left. But
Kelly can play on the left.
But also a certain Leif Davis can as well.
Yeah, and to be fair, he played against Yeovil, so is that meaning he's going to rest him? Could he play Brady? I'm not sure. I think he's going to play Leif Davis.
Yeah, I think so.
If it was me, would I maybe look at going for Kelly there and playing Meps, maybe? Because that also gives you a bit of flexibility to go into a back 3 if you need to. But I think, I think he's going to go, like I say, Kale Kelly as a pairing, and then play Leif Davis at left back.
And then in midfield, we'll have the 3. Whether we'll go the double pivot or not, I don't think we will. I think it'll be Philip Billing, obviously, will be chucked in there, I presume. Lerma alongside him.
I'm going to go. I actually think he'll play Lerma as the deepest.
Okay.
I think he'll play Lerma sat in front of the back 4.
And and then Lewis Cook in front. Yeah, sorry, that's right.
Like he did at QPR, where he did play better. I think he'll go Lewis Cook to the right and Billing to the left. Billing will be a little bit more advanced naturally. It feel from Emmy, and like I say, we don't know with the COVID situation. If Billing was one of the ones that's maybe felt a bit rough, had COVID, then you can chuck Marcondes in. But I think he'll probably go Lerma deep with Lewis Cook and Philip Billing either side.
Yeah, okay, that's right. And then I mean, I've got a feeling the rest of it's probably going to be self-explanatory. However,
Especially with Junior out.
Yeah. So right side Christie, left side Anthony.
And then Dom through the middle. There's a part of me, I don't know why, I wouldn't be shocked if Lowe played over Anthony. And I'm not sure why I think that. I wonder if it's the fact that I think Jane is so much better when Jay-Z's there. And it might be a chance to give Lowe a shout.
He played in that position against Reading, didn't he?
Yeah, but no, I think probably though I agree with it. It wouldn't shock me, but I agree with you. I think it probably will be. Chris is definitely going to come in on the right. Dom will definitely lead the line. It would have been a question if Junior was fit, but he's not. So yeah, I don't think Morgan Rogers is going to get the nod somehow. So yeah, I'll go Jane Anthony, but wouldn't be a shock for that. I think the only ones up for contention are them few that we've said. Maybe that left side, and then whether Emmy gets a shout. But I think it'll probably be Anthony. Yeah.
There's the team on screen that we're going for then. Let us know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We would love to hear from you. Right, that's the preview then, mate.
Happy days.
Happy days. Next, people will be seeing our lovely visages either at Kenilworth Road, if you're there, on the free-for-all fan cam. So make sure you come outside. Don't look for the light, because there won't be one. It's going to be in the afternoon. There'll be plenty of light. And then it'll be the vlog and second look and all that kind of stuff. Away day review. There's loads of content, loads of it.
All that good stuff. Oh, I can't wait, man. I'm really looking forward to this one. Cannot wait. What's the one after? And then we got a home game, haven't we? It feels like ages since we've had a home game.
Hull and then Barnsley.
Oh God, we've got Barnsley.
I can't wait for that.
After Luton, we've got to go to Barnsley. We've got to go to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Sheffield.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward
Let's
to it.
enjoy Luton, mate.
Thank you as ever for watching. We really appreciate it. Happy Friday to you, and we'll see you tomorrow at Kenilworth Road. Have the Ches.
Oh, Ches. Oh, I went for a click. You fucking ruined it.
I'll put it in.